But when you are, bro, that's when like you really get there. So as far as goals, like your reason why it matters, but your conviction behind that reason why it matters. Just like Kurapika, like we said, Kurapika was willing to die, to avenge the what clan was he in? I forgot the clan, but he was willing to die to
I,
avenge his clan.
they,
Yeah,
they,
the Kurta clan, He was
yeah.
willing to die to avenge his clan, right? So like when you're willing, like you're seriously willing to like die to get your goals. Like you're like my life won't be worth it until I get my goals. That's when you're willing to be uncomfortable for a longer period of time. That's why
Mhm.
after a breakup is when you see the most progress. Because after a breakup, let's be honest, most dudes were depressed, we're sad, and we're like, you know what? I need to pour this energy, this rage into something. So you're willing to go past points of comfort because you were so comfortable in the relationship, and right after you're so uncomfortable that you're like, I mean, if I'm this uncomfortable, this sad, this hurt, eating unhealthy, I mean, eating lean can't be bad. So that's when you'll actually hit your macros for the first time. It might be the first time you hit less than 200 grams of carbs, you hit 200 grams of protein, you hit the gym 7 days straight. That might be the first time. And you're like, oh shit, I got this ability, right? The longer you're willing to spend in discomfort, the more you'll be able to reach your goals. But like, are you really willing to die about your goals? Like, are you
Keep
willing? Are you willing to go to the next level for them? The answer for most is no, and that's why you don't make it in that journey. Like, once you hit that lower body fat percentage, right, and you're really like, yo, I want to be aesthetic, and no one's looking. What are you gonna do? No one's looking. Are you gonna eat the cookie and be like, I want comfort, like I have a hunger pain? Are you gonna do that, or are you just gonna be like, you know what? Let me just drink a protein shake, drink some water, and let me just go to sleep, get my 8 hours of sleep, and wake back up. Like it's up to you. What no, it's integrity, man. Like what are you like? What you do when the mood has left you, right? You have to be willing to do what you said you're going to do, even when the mood leaves you, because the mood is going to go up and down all the time. So when that mood is gone, what are you going to do? All right, what are you going to do? Because listen, another thing is your environment as far as like food. Because right now, I got to re up on groceries. Guess what? I got pretty hungry, so guess what I had? I had a protein shake, I had almonds, and I had yogurt. Like what am I gonna binge on? There's nothing to binge on, right? So then that right there trains you to not binge because you have nothing to binge on. If you do binge on something, it's something high fiber and something with prebiotics and probiotics that it fills you up quicker anyways. And then you realize you're like, yo, the only reason I used to binge is because I was unprepared and I was surrounded by foods that give me dopamine hits like chips. I can eat a family size bag of chips, you know, no matter what part of the day it is, and I won't be full because there's no nutrients. It gives you a dopamine hit. It's hyper palatable, and there's no protein.
That's another reason. That's a good reason too. Like your environment. Like, oh, do you have the gummies there? Do you have like the Dole fruit cups? And that's another reason that was good. Like we used to just go to the grocery store every day or every 2 days.
Next
And
to the
just,
gym.
yeah, it's
And
next to the gym.
you have to go to the gym to go to the grocery store. So if you're hungry, you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, I got to go to the gym to get to the grocery store. Like, this shit was crazy.
Yeah, but then it was like we don't keep that much shit in the fridge because if you just like then you're gonna be like trying to eat everything type shit or like we don't keep horrible stuff there either. So
Yeah, so if you have a,
even if you did overeat, you're gonna just eat protein, bro, and then take a big shit.
hell yeah. And if you have a refeed day, yeah, go get you some cookies and gummies. You'll be fine, right?
Oh
If you have a
yeah,
refeed day. But
bro.
the issue is people don't understand that, like, because here's the thing:
Seventy
people will
percent.
see someone's refeed day and they'll be like, "That's 5,000 calories. You can't eat that." Your refeed day is someone's average day, right? They just have less awareness than you do. So you might eat 5,000 calories for a week. Doing like a maintenance week or something, or doing a refeed week, not a maintenance week, refeed week or whatever for like a week, and you don't gain that much fat. And they're like, "Hey, how come you didn't gain fat?" Because you've been doing it for 52 weeks every single year for the past 10 years. Like, that's what you eat on a daily basis. You're hitting 4,000 calories average daily, right? We were eating 1,800 calories fucking, 60 days straight, and then you have a week where you eat like 5,000 calories. You average that shit out, you're in a deficit. You're in like a
Hey,
fucking 800-calorie deficit.
yo, shout out to Slim Chickens, bro.
No one knows what that is, bro. That shit is gas, nigga. That
Bro,
shit hits, bro.
bro, Slim Chickens is
That shit.
crazy, bro.
But hold on. We might as well talk about. Okay, let me go over cheat days real quick because this is a common misconception. All right. So listen, when it comes to cheat days, all right, the word cheat day is not a good day to have. You could say refeed day or whatever. But the thing is, refeed days will work if you get lean enough and if you've been in a deficit long enough that your body has down regulated slightly as far as like your metabolism, leptin levels, and you just need a psychological break. That can work. However, it depends on where you are in your journey. If you are 40% body fat, the more fat you have to lose, the longer you can stay in a deficit without having negative effects from the deficit because you have so much fat to pull from. Another thing is you don't want to have cheat days too early in your journey or refeed days early in your journey because you haven't become the person you need to become yet. For example, if someone starting on their journey after 7 days has the cheat day, what's going to happen? They're going to revert back to their old habits because they're going to be like, wait, I'm not my new self, I'm my old self. And then they're going to continue to eat that. Versus if I have a cheat week, bro, I can have a big back week where I eat 7,000 calories a day, and like I'm ordering shit, and people are like, "Yo, this must be the fattest fuck on earth," but it's just me. Um, if I'm ordering shit like that for a week, I can have that week and get right back on track because I'm the leanest version of myself. I can have two refeed days and get right back on track because I'm the leanest version of myself. My identity and my habits are the leanest version of myself. All right, it's not being like, oh my god, I feel horrible. Let me eat ice cream. Like that's not me, bro. So
And even
I'm
bro,
out for the
even when
best.
we did have the cheat days, I was like, damn, bro, like we ate a lot of and Slim Chickens, bro. Slim Chickens,
It's like 10,000
Slim,
calories, nigga.
Slim Chickens was like it was like all this fucking chicken, like good ass chicken
Fried
tenders,
chicken, nigga. Fried tenders.
bro. Bro. The fucking seasoning on that shit was crazy, bro. And then the
Bro, this
sauce
nigga's
was
hungry as
crazy. And
fuck.
then,
Hey, you must be getting lean, bro. Hey, you must be
bro,
getting
and
lean,
then
bro.
the macaroni, the macaroni they had, bro, with the little chicken, bro, that shit's fucking crazy, bro.
I
That
don't
shit was
like brownies, but that brownie must have had weed in
those
it because that
those
motherfucking hit.
Yo, those brownies, bro, they were up there with the, and then we had to stop by Subway to get the Subway cookies, bro. What do you know about those raspberry cookies, boy?
They don't
The
have them over here, bro.
macadamia, boy.
They don't got them in Thailand. They ain't got no raspberry cheesecake over here. That's just probably
Bro,
banned because that bitch probably has like some fucking nicotine in it or something. That's why it's addictive.
chemicals and stuff.
But
But that shit
but
was
like
fire. But like, we would be skinnier the next day, bro. That was crazy.
yeah. Our metabolism would speed up to compensate for that, and then our muscle glycogen would go up. But then we'd be strong as fuck in the gym. Our NEAT
Yeah,
would go up. All that shit would happen. But like, people don't understand people don't understand like that's not gonna work for someone who's just starting on their journey who is 25%. Like it's just not gonna work. We were literally like fucking veins running up our fucking abs and shit. That's why when you see people they do their show, they're like 5%. They eat like shit for a week, yeah, they might blow up a little bit, but if they eat like shit for a month, they'll gain everything back. But a lot of times they can eat like shit for like 6 months and gain everything back. But if they eat like shit for a week and get right back on track, they'll stay lean. Like a lot of people who do men's physique, they're like popular influencers because they did one cut down to 5%, and ever since then they've maintained between like 8 to 12. That getting lean once thing. Like if you get lean once, bro, and you stay there long enough, that's your body's new maintenance. That's your body's new
no,
homeostasis. And that's what
yeah,
you that's why you wanna and you have to force it though. The first time you have to force it. Getting lean, you're gonna have to force it. You're gonna have to go lower in calories than you think you do. You're gonna have to do more activity than you think you do. You're gonna have to lift heavier while you're eating less, than you think you do. Because people will be surprised. You don't need as much food as you think you do. Like we're so American culture specifically is so gluttonous that you think like, oh my god, like I would never go below 2,000 calories. Well, you better fucking train like Tyreek Hill then, because you like a lot of people are like what 5'7", 150. Why do you need 2,000 calories, bro? What are you using the rest for? Like, are you also feeding a dog or some shit? You just don't need that shit. You don't need it. It's too many. Like, you don't need it. And if you want to strip the fat and you want to change your body permanently, then yeah, you're gonna have to do that.
I mean, it complements the sedentary lifestyle that a lot of people live now, the sit down and scroll type shit. And so that's really what it
Facts.
comes down to, is just not doing anything, sitting down, and just like we were talking about, watching anime, bro. So one thing too that we have to talk about too is monitoring your triggers and replacing it with a constructive activity, and that goes to that book, Atomic Habits, or
Yeah.
I think in Atomic Habits they talk about that, but basically like for me, what happened when I moved up here, because I got cut as shit, and I was in a different place. I was running routes, and then I moved, and there was no field, there was no turf field, so I wasn't running routes. So I was like, all right, what do I replace this with? Now I'm running miles, but that's not the physique I want. I want that that like shredded. I don't want that what's it called, long distance body. You feel me? Anyways, so then I was like, all right, oh, they got some food places here. I started trying some food places, like some Indian food place. Bro, that shit's gas. Anyways, then we're watching anime, right? Anime is the trigger for what? Gummy galore, my guy. Gummy galore. I go to Publix, get me some gummies, sit back. Next thing you know, bro, I turn on an anime. Next thing at freaking 5 p.m. Next thing you know, it's 7 a.m. I gotta go to work at 9, boy.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just eating gummies. And I'm like, okay, so this. you gotta think about like what's causing you to do some of these things. Like some people are just like sitting down watching Netflix or sitting down scrolling on TikTok and eating ice cream or popping popcorn or throwing something in the oven that's like a fatty thing or something. You gotta replace those shits. Like when
Yeah.
we in Panama City, it was like, all right, what do we do? We had the fucking the big 78-inch TV, and then fucking
Pause.
play. And then whoa, no, just playing. No,
Rewind.
but then we had the huge screen TV, and then we had the
Call of Duty,
PlayStation.
nigga.
We had the PlayStation 4, nigga. Call of
Hey,
Duty all day. Get your
but
mind off of
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
bullshit. And now stop.
Yeah, that was
And I,
your reward though. That was your reward for
yeah,
like giving yourself a reward for executing the day. So for me,
yeah,
when I execute the day, while I eat my last meal, which is only going to be after I accomplish everything. While I eat my last meal, I'm going to watch Hunter x Hunter or some kind of anime. And during that anime, not gonna lie, since that's the last thing I watch before I go to sleep, usually there's a theme in the anime that applies to my journey, right? Because when you're intentional and
bro.
you have goals, there's a theme in the anime. So like it was like yesterday it was Kurapika's rage, and I was like, yeah, that's how I reach my goals. I always dig into like my rage, and I'm like, I remember that moment because Kurapika, he got in a fight during the hunter exams, and after the fight he was like, that is I'm sorry I can't control myself every time I see a spider, but he was like, I'm glad that I still have my rage. My rage still burns. After all this time, because that's his reason why, and that's what a lot of us need to hold on to is our reason why. You need to remember you at your lowest and the worst moment of your life, like that picture. Keep that picture, like I told my clients, you should have your vision and your anti-vision. Keep the picture of who you don't want to be, which will push you to who you want to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, because you got to have that in your mind. Like for me, I don't want to be 15+% body fat. That's just me. That's just my standards. We all have different standards. I don't want to be I don't want to be 15+% body fat, out of shape, disheveled, undisciplined, lazy feeling. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't want that shit. So I'm always locked in. I'm always locked in because of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm always chasing my goals because of that.
Right. Yeah. Once you, that's important too. That you just said that because a lot of people don't realize like, they're like, oh, what do I want? Well, focus. You don't always have to focus on, hey, what do I want? Because like maybe you don't know, but it's good to narrow it down by saying, what do I not want? Like, no, I don't want that gut. Like for me specifically, bro, I need to see my six pack, but I want to see the obliques from the fucking
The
side, bro,
separation, nigga.
the separation, the obliques, and then I want my upper chest to be good because I know when I'm not working out a lot, or if I'm not doing the proper workouts or working out for a proper amount of time or eating properly, because my chest starts to get a little saggy instead of being
Estrogen,
the,
body fat.
the full, yeah,
Yeah,
instead of
but
being the full.
that's a good point right there, though. Like, okay, so a lot of people say they struggle with their chest and oh my god, I have titties. It's literally you're okay. So when you're 20+% body fat, you're gonna have titties. Your body fat's gonna be higher, and your estrogen levels are gonna be higher as well. Especially as a man, that's not good, obviously. So when you get leaner, like a lot of people think, like, I don't know if I have an upper chest. When you get leaner, your lower chest gets smaller, and if you're working your upper chest pops a little bit more. So as you get leaner and leaner and leaner, your upper chest will pop a little bit more and more and more and more, right? If you have really, there's like a 1% person out there with genetics, like with Arnold chest genetics, that they can get fat as shit and their chest is like they could be 20% body fat and their upper chest is still popping. They just have a stomach. You see what I'm saying? So like some people have those genetics, but rarely those are rare. A lot of times people have titties, because their body fat percentage is just too high. So that's a very good point. Like and knowing when you're going against your goals, like you just said, like you're not working out, and your goal self would be working out, so you start to feel uncomfortable. So that's why having your anti vision matters, because when you're going the wrong way, it's kind of like the GPS saying make a U-turn here, recalculating, like it's the GPS telling you to turn the fuck around type shit, right? And a lot of people just don't have that, so they end up in a different country, and then it's like you can't really go back until you get immigration sorted out and all that other stuff, and you might end up in jail for a little bit because you overstayed your visa. Like that's what people do, bro.
Bro went to North Korea.
Bro, that's what niggas be doing. It's like, hey, some of y'all go to North Korea, bro. Some of y'all get the type 2 diabetes, right? Then it turns into kidney disease. Then you're on dialysis, right? From the type 2 diabetes from nutrition. That's when you went to North Korea, bro. Like there's a chance you can get out, but like it's not very likely. All right. Now, some people they just go to Mexico, right? Now, that's also pretty dangerous shit. Some people go to Canada. Let's give it that. Some people go to Canada, and Canadians are nice. So they're like, hey, what you doing here? They're like, oh, why do you say about like that? What do you mean about? And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm in the wrong place. And then you turn around. And then you turn around and you're like, okay, let me go back to America. Because that's how it's supposed to be. So like for me, if I'm feeling sluggish, if my chest isn't hitting like it's supposed to, if I'm not seeing veins in my abs, I'm like, yeah, I must be not doing what I need to do. If I'm just like texting some chicks or wasting time, I'm like, yo, what am I doing right now? That's when I log back in type shit. If I don't see like the cut in the shoulder and shit like that, I'm like, yeah, I gotta log back in type shit.
Yeah. What was the name? Yogi. I forgot his name. There was a yogi who came when I was at the Mayo Clinic in Florida. He came and he spoke and he was like, you always have to be in mirror perfect image, mirror perfect present image. And I was like, what does that mean? He said, well, what does that mean? Well, it means that when you look in the mirror, you're seeing what you look like now. So you need to be focused on the now because now is the only time that exists. So as long as you focus on the now, you're always going to be
Eckhart
present
Tolle.
in Eckhart Tolle. You're going to be present in what you are doing, and then you can drive your intention towards your goals. You can drive your intention to right into the right now instead of saying, oh, like, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to get this thing done, or tomorrow I'm gonna... No, you got to be that person right now. And it always comes back to self-concept, reality creation through self-concept, understanding that you are the I am. Everything will come towards you. Everything that you want is going to fall towards you as long as you're focused on the now, because now is the only time that exists. Bro, before we wrap this shit up, we gotta do
Pause.
play. We gotta do, bro, top 5 anime, bro.
You gotta do top 10 though, to be fair. But listen. I'm gonna run my listen. I don't like what people disrespect a lot of these animes, and it just hurts my heart. All right, it hurts my heart. But yeah, you go first, bro.
You you know you want me to go first because I
You're
already
just
know
gonna
what
be
you're gonna
cooked.
say, bro. And I'm gonna say
You're
that
just
shit is trash.
No, you don't but you don't watch. You don't know what you're talking about. You are not a watcher of anime. You're
Okay, okay,
you're
okay,
you're
okay.
someone
All right,
you're
all right.
someone you're someone who got coerced by both of your brothers, right? We basically forced you. But the only listen, I was like, yo, anime's it, and then you saw I was on Bodygame, and you're like, this nigga's been watching anime, and he's on Bodygame. And he's been sneaking chicks into his room from Instagram. What the fuck is going on? Maybe anime is teaching him a secret. And then you started watching anime, nigga. No, fuck it. Let me go through my top anime. Now, I'm sorry for the people who are gonna say Code Geass and Death Note. Code Geass, listen, it was pretty good, but
Code
there was
Geass
just
is
too much.
fucking trash, bro.
Dude, chill, bro. People are gonna kill you, bro. They're gonna murder. But no. How far did you get, bro? I tried to get to the end, and it got so confusing that, bro, I was because that's when I was eating because I used to eat snacks at night, bro. So I had like my popcorn at night, my white cheddar popcorn, right? The last macros for the day, bro. And then it was good, it was getting good, and I was like, okay, this is getting good. And then they just started going too far, and I was like, what the fuck? So I stopped watching it. When shit goes too far, I stopped watching it. Now I'm rewatching Hunter x Hunter, so I'm actually gonna finish it this time, but. Code Geass went too far, dude. It was pretty good. Not the beginning. The beginning was okay. The like right after the beginning was really good, and then season
Mm.
2 was pretty decent. And then it got too much because then they were
You
just
got to
rewinding
season
and
2
doing
is
weird shit.
crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, they were doing too much. But anyways, Death Note and Code Geass are out. But top 10 anime, in no particular order, by the way,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
Naruto because of the story. Naruto because the story is very very in depth.
Wait, I
It's
thought I
amazing.
was gonna go first.
No. You're not a fucking real anime watcher, bro. Fuck out of here. Anyways, Naruto, Black Clover, they're all in there. Very similar characters,
Black
obviously.
Clover, yeah, for
Um,
sure, for sure.
I like Isekai personally. So
Yeah,
Mushoku Tensei. Some people were like,
it's
"Oh
so
my
cool.
god, he's acting creepy." Shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Fuck that shit. Oh, you don't get bitches, nigga. Come on, bro. Everybody
yeah,
thinks that.
yeah,
Shut the
yeah,
fuck up. That
yeah.
shit was real.
That's the shit. And then Full Metal Alchemist is pretty cool, man. It's pretty.
Mm. I gotta watch
It's
it, rewatch it. I gotta rewatch
both
it.
the regular one and Brotherhood. Those are both good. Um, Demon Slayer, I'm definitely putting that in there, bro. Bro, Demon Slayer is such a fucking masterpiece, bro. It's so beautiful, bro. And the movie's coming out September 12th. Thank you, Demon Slayer.
Bro
The
spams
or.
one fucking move, bro.
No, he has
Bro
a lot of
spams
movies, bro. He has
one.
a lot of movies.
Bro, he literally does the.
He's not the main,
He,
bro. He's not.
bro, he
He's
goes
not
like
the main
this. He
character.
goes like this. He swings. It doesn't work. He
He's,
swings
he's
and then
not the
he's
only
like,
character though.
I'm gonna take a spinny swing.
Yeah,
Whee!
you have the wind Hashira. You have all the other Hashiras that are pretty fire, bro. The serpent Hashira, they're all pretty fire. Anyways, yeah, Demon Slayer's in there as well. Attack on Titan changed my life because that was the first time I seen like a high quality anime fucking ever. That shit was insane. Like I remember clicking on it and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh hey Mikasa, and I saw Titan. I was like, oh my god! Like that was the first time I ever seen it, bro. So that shit was crazy. So Attack on Titan definitely changed my life. You definitely got to put that shit up there. If there wasn't a fall off, listen. I don't care what people say. Vinland Saga season 2. I'm not fucking watching that shit. I'm not watching someone who was the gangster the first season turn into a fucking bitch. I'm not watching that shit. People are like, oh no, it's healing. Fuck that shit. I'm not watching that. So I'm not putting that in there. Let's see what else could we put in there. You know, this is pretty tough. This is pretty tough. There's so much you can. I want to put Rurouni Kenshin in there because I like Rurouni Kenshin. I like sword fighting. So that's that's me. That's me. I like the character development and his morals and shit like that. I fuck with it.
Did you
Um,
watch Did you watch Jujutsu Kai or not?
you can't. I don't like the culling games. The anime is good. Jujutsu Kaisen should be there in there because the anime is really good. Um, and I want to put it in there, but I don't like the. I'll put it in there. I'll put it in there. I'll put Jujutsu Kaisen in there, but I don't like the culling games. The culling games is not interesting to me. It's stupid.
Where are you
It's
gonna
gonna
put
start. It's gonna
Are you
start
gonna
in
put
season
Seven
3,
Prince in there?
huh?
Are you gonna put Seven Prince up there? The
No,
Seven
fuck
Prince?
no. You can't put that up there in top animes of all time. Are you insane? Now I'm gonna put in some one. I'm gonna put in 2 1-season animes. I'm gonna put in Hell's Paradise. It's only been 1 season. You know, it has potential. It has a lot of potential. And then I'm also gonna put in Saga of Tanya the Evil because it's a kind I love it. But that's
Mm.
his personal preference. I left out a lot of anime. People are gonna get mad. I didn't finish Bleach, and I didn't watch One Piece, so I know that's like illegal.
I feel like the newbies like me are gonna have to put. So I'm gonna give you like like these are some. So Mushoku Tensei, bro, that shit is fucking fire. I don't watch anything over, bro. I watch Mushoku Tensei over again, bro. The whole fucking thing, bro. No 2-speed, no 3-speed, nigga. I watch that whole thing. So
Just
Mushoku
gas.
Tensei is up there, bro. And then Attack on Titan up there for sure. And then Sodo Shimida.
Yeah, you're a
Solo
TikTok
leveling,
watcher,
bro.
bro. You're a TikToker, bro. That not now. Now, if you've watched as much isekai as I have, it's like the execution in solo leveling is definitely solo leveling by far has the best execution of any movie or any show of all time because it is a very basic concept that's in all other isekais. I'm like, bro, why can't all other isekais execute it like this?
Yeah.
It's like crazy, dude. Like watching solo leveling. I'm like, they really overdid this shit. How did they make such a basic concept this good? Because I watch every isekai I watch is the exact same thing. Because there's cautious hero is pretty good too. Cautious hero is pretty good.
Bro, you know what's actually fire and nobody talks about, bro? Like no, I haven't seen anyone talk about the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world, but that shit is so fucking fire, bro. That shit is.
Um,
Have you seen that? It's the one where like he like so it's an isekai, so he dies, he goes into this other world. Spoiler alert! And in that world, like they use like fire magic or earth magic, this magic, but he has these papers. He has these papers. You know what I'm talking about? He has like these papers, and he uses like this jitsu with the papers, and the papers turn into like these fire things, but it's not fire
I
magic.
never saw that one.
Bro, that shit's crazy, bro. Bro, the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. You're gonna be like, yo, this shit is fucking fire. I mean, it's not top like 10 anime, but it's like it's a fucking fire anime like Seventh Prince. And then ReZero, I like ReZero till like I don't know. I watched a lot of it, and then when we found out like the girl was the witch or something,
I gotta rewatch it, bro.
it got confusing.
I
And
gotta
then
bro. That's what. How far did you get in Code Geass?
Code, bro, that shit. I don't know, bro. That shit pissed me off. I got I was like 8 episodes deep, bro. That shit was pissing me off, bro. I don't know, but
Yeah, it
Shangri
gets
La
better than it gets
Frontier, I feel
worse.
like Shangri La Frontier is underrated a little bit, but
No,
it
it's
died off like pretty quick for me.
episode 8 for that one too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good, and then episode 8, but what happened was they're overperforming. That's all they were doing.
yeah.
Like and you can't over like solo leveling. Apparently, they changed some just a little bit of stuff from the actual manhwa or whatever. They changed like some of the stuff, which is why it's so good. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Shangri La Frontier overperformed like crazy. Like it's just not supposed to be decent. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's some anime I just can't get into. But that's how people are for everything. I mean, some people can't get into Naruto somehow; they're just cooked. But I can't get into like Doctor Stone because it's like
86.
slower. 86, yeah, because no, but it's one of the top rated anime. But I can't get into it because they're in those machines.
Yeah, bro. I don't like machine anime, nigga. If you're in an anime, I want to see fucking magic, my nigga.
Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
see magic,
I want
bro.
to see Jutsu. I want to see humans, but they're like, no, the story. I don't care what the story is, bro. It's like a girl that has such good personality. If she doesn't have a fat ass, bro, and a nice face, or one or the other, bro, I can't make it work, bro. Because if I'm super down bad, it's like, oh, at least she has an ass, or at least she has a face. but neither, bro. And you're telling me to watch that? Get out of here, dude. That is insane, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I said Hunter x Hunter, but I put Hunter x Hunter up there. I fucking love that shit. That shit. Hunter x Hunter, bro. When I was watching Hunter x Hunter, I made the most money in trading ever in life, bro. I was like, oh, they're leveling up, bro. I was like, they're leveling up. I was like, they're leveling up. And then like I just went crazy. And then that's when I threw the yacht party too. I was like, bro, Hunter x Hunter was the truth. I'm like scrolling
Sword,
through
yeah,
like my
me too. I was
famous
going through.
videos.
I forgot about Sword Art Online, but that was my first isekai I watched. Which technically isn't an isekai, but it is. But it technically isn't, but it is. But yeah, that one's good, bro. But like that was the first one I watched, so you can't really compare it to some other isekai. But it's top five isekai for sure.
Bro,
Lucas likes
manga.
Lucas likes a fucking what's that shit called? Bro's in love with that one anime. Yu Yu Hakusho. He fucking loves that anime, bro.
That's all I hear him say, bro. I need to watch
Bro,
that. Is it
bro,
good?
I did not like it. It's good though. It feels more like a Dragon Ball Z like
Oh, but,
era type shit.
but he doesn't like isekai, right? Lucas doesn't.
Lucas doesn't
He
really
doesn't
fuck
like
with Isekai
isekai.
like that, bro. He doesn't really
Yeah,
fuck with
nah.
it
He
like
said
that.
he didn't like isekai. But damn, I forgot what. Oh, okay. Bro, you know what manga is fire, bro? I literally watched like the whole 17 hours of manga
Demon
is the
Slayer.
beginning,
Yep.
after the end. But the
I don't know what that is, dude. Oh, you told me that, and I looked it up. It had the lowest rating ever, bro.
no, because it's trash. The fucking anime is trash, and they got shitted on. So they said they're delaying the end of the season, like the last episodes, to like read because they all it does is show like stills like it doesn't show like when they're about to fight it goes it just stills like they're not taking time to like Attack on Titan, bro. You're seeing the niggas swinging and Jujutsu
You
Kaisen. You're
said
seeing
an
all the
anime. You
movement.
said manga though. Is it manga or is it a webtoon?
It's a manga. I'm pretty sure it's a manga.
They wouldn't do that for manga. They would do that for a webtoon. Because Tower of God is a webtoon, and they're they don't have a lot of funding for their. Oh shit! I didn't put Berserk in my top 10. I'm sorry, bro. Berserk is definitely in there, bro.
Berserk is it?
Holy shit, bro, Berserk. Oh my gosh, bro, that shit. Oh no, you have to watch it with no spoiler alerts. Listen, you watch the entire series. That shit hurts, bro. I wake up and think about the pain every day. I can't believe I didn't put Berserk in my top. I'm gonna do my. I'm gonna.
Berserk.
No. Don't watch. Don't like look at anything. Watch the whole thing
I gotta
through,
go
bro.
watch it. I gotta
Because
watch it. Yeah,
it has Attack on Titan type stuff. Like it
uh,
has things that happen and you don't want to be ruined. So don't look it up. Don't say it into your phone. Let me redo my top 10. Let me redo my top 10 real quick. So we got Naruto, Berserk, Rurouni Kenshin, Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, Mushoku Tensei, and then uh, Saga of Tanya the Evil. That's my top 10.
Saga.
Personal. Now, one more thing. What you said about the manhwa, I mean the manga, dude.
Mm.
Tokyo Ghoul was the greatest first season I've ever fucking seen in my life. What a great show! And then they went against the manga for the next two seasons, and it got confusing, and then it ended up horrible. The greatest concept of all time, bro. It was the greatest. You have to watch the first. No, actually, you shouldn't. Like the first
I
season
tried
is
to watch a
so
little bit
good.
of it, but wasn't it like they were fighting like ghosts or something? Or no, actually no, actually I didn't start it yet. Actually, I didn't start it yet. Never mind.
The first season is so good, and then they decided to go against the manga for the next two seasons. They just said fuck it, and it was so confusing and bad. And I was like, what the fuck? And I tried to watch the second season because the first season was so good, and you have that nostalgia, and you're like, please don't do this to me, no. Just like I did for Tokyo Revengers, greatest first season ever. Second season absolutely ass cheek, bro. And it's like they sometimes the second season is so bad, and they change like everything, the perception and everything. So then the first season is not what it was because they just changed all the concepts and the perspective from the first season. And it's like, oh, okay, so the first season sucked too, I guess. So then you don't talk about it.
Wait, is it Berserk or Berserk of Gluttony?
No, it's Berserk. It's Berserk. Do not fucking watch Berserk or Gluttony. I think you have to watch. I think you have to watch the old Berserk though. There's like an old one, and then there's like there's like one that says like Golden Age or some shit. There's like, you got to watch the old one.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit is
yeah,
good, bro.
that's the one I'm
That
on.
show is like that show is great, bro. But yeah, you might end up when you're crying, bro. Just order some tissue in advance, bro. You'll be fine. That shit
I,
hurts, bro. I think
I
about
need
that
a
shit
new
every day,
anime.
bro. Huh?
I need a new anime, bro. I spent like 5 days
You
listening
skip
to
you skip
the
Saga of
manga.
Tanya the Evil though.
I'm pretty sure I watched that.
No, you didn't. You tried to watch Hell's Paradise. You tried to watch Demon Slayer. You did not try Saga of Tanya the Evil, bro.
I'm pretty sure I watched that shit, bro.
When the bitch is fighting in World War II and the bitch is flying and shooting and shit.
Yeah, and then wasn't there like a barrier wall or something? It was like a cloudy wall that they went through, like in some flying ships or some shit. They went through
Nah, I
like a
can't remember.
cloudy wall. That might be a
Probably,
different
bro.
anime. That might be a different anime. But I
But
thought
it
that
sounds like
was
you're talking about 86 or some shit.
no. I'm
Yeah, there's
pretty
two
sure
86s, bro. There's like an 86 and then there's a show that's similar to it, which started off
86,
pretty
bro.
good.
86 was
Bro,
fucking garbage, bro.
bro, there was a show that started off pretty good, and then they got into those machines. I was like, fuck, bro, it has so much potential. Because
I mean, Code Geass was like that.
but not it's not as bad though. It's not as bad, but yeah, it's still I still hate the machine shit.
Yeah, Code Geass was like. I mean, I'm sure, but yeah, I need a new anime. So if Berserk is good, bro, because if it doesn't
If
catch my attention in the because you know it's good when it starts off like under the sun, and then like some shit happens, bro. Like
like Attack
immediately,
on
bro.
Titan,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like you're
yeah,
eating
yeah.
like you're eating a sandwich watching Attack on Titan, and then like at the end your fucking your sandwich falls, and then your eyes are on the screen like you're like hello, is everyone okay? Oh, and then you start running because you think you're part of the fucking town, bro. Like that shit. That's the type of shit.
Oh my god, bro! When they ate that nigga, I forgot the names in Attack on Titan. Eren Jaeger, bro.
When
When
they ate
they
Aaron
ate,
the first time, that was crazy.
bro, I was like, the show's over. I swear to God, I paused it. I got up. I started walking around. I was like, the show's over. I was like, the show's over. The show's over. And then that nigga came back. I was like, yo. I was like, yo, what the fuck? That shit was, bro.
This
Attack on
shit was
Titan is
crazy,
crazy, bro.
bro.
All right, but
Annie is
I'm
her,
gonna
bro.
wrap it up, dog.
All right.
All right, bro. You wrap it up.